And we're back, everyone, to more Mass Effect. So in that state, well, I probably should go to sleep, but at the same time, I want to keep recording. Oh, I wish more games actually worked as well as this one does. Because remember, we're running this at very high. Then again, this was, 2008 graphics very high. But still, we're running it at very high. Well, and we can actually run it, and it's not killing my machine. Oh, it'll be nice once I get a new computer. Then I could actually run things again. Maybe actually do Assassin's Creed Odyssey without dying every, 5 to 15 minutes? Just, nope, close the desktop. One of those games that I want to do, but yet I don't want to really put up with the whole constantly closing, especially while recording. It's like, oh, you're in dialogue. You're halfway through the dialogue. Oop, close the desktop. Then you have to go back and redo all the dialogue. And it's also one of those things that people even with better computers than me that were having that same issue. Of course, Ubisoft does nothing. Because why would they? It's like Blizzard. If it's not affecting the majority of the players, we don't really give a damn. Though they finally started fixing that one issue I was having. It's only been like over a month now. Where it's like, oh, by the way, Baronet just keeps constantly disconnecting. Like, so are you guys gonna fix it? Oh yeah, it's totally on your end, not our end. But it's but it's basically, apparently they finally realized that, hey, we made a server migration like on November 6th, so it has been a month. And that started causing some issues. Started realizing that's where things started becoming an issue. Yet there was also people who had problems even before that, so shrug. But Blizzard gave us all a bunch of temporary IPs that apparently magically work compared to the other IPs that didn't magically work. So that's the thing. Anyway, I believe we need to talk to the ambassador. Visit the dock. Okay. Joe figured it was the dock. I don't know, I think I was too busy focusing on other things last episode. Like keepers. Like my mind was too busy focusing on keepers. And keepers. And keepers. Yeah, I think we have to go to C-Second through the docking thing. We can't just warp to the docks. Oh well, so we do get to spend another elevator ride. Cause you know how much they love the elevator rides. That's the Presidium. Well, honestly, the whole thing about the elevators are they're basically just loading screens. Mass Effect 2 made it a lot more simple though. Though you just pick a place and boop, you're there.
In breaking news, Chairman Burns of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies has been kidnapped by biotic extremists. The biotics commandeered a freighter and were last seen in the Hades Gamma Cluster. No demands have yet been made.
I think that is a quest. I think we technically have that quest. Anyway, I guess you guys don't want to talk about anything. Just letting the news play out. Like you talked once and then haven't said anything to each other since. Anyway.
If C-Sec were better at its job, there'd be no need for bounty hunters like me. Quarians aren't too popular with Citadel security. They think we're all beggars and thieves.
I don't know exactly how the game works with the whole processing where the AI is, but we're not in CSEC. Usually they're better about that, like when we're near the statue. See, now Red says, huh?
A private docking
There we
bay.
go.
Wonder how much the Alliance had to shell out for this.
The Normandy is amazing, Shepard. It's an honor to be among her crew. When I first arrived on the Citadel, I spent nearly 3 hours being questioned by the officers here before they would let me enter the wards.
If CSEC were better at its job, there'd be no need
Like
for
we have
bounty
that.
hunters like me.
No, we are still talking about CSEC though. Shrug. But we do have the head tracking that turns to face where they're talking from. That's nice. Anyway, hi, I'm here, finally.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
This isn't right. The Normandy belongs to you.
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
What happened?
I failed. I couldn't make the cut. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story.
Oh, come on, he should be at
For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren,
Keep that
and he made sure the
straight.
Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
I'm gonna feel bad come, you know, Mass Effect 3. But, that's still a ways away.
Saren's not going to get away this time.
Exactly.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after.
But my
The
whole
conduit.
mission is to
He's
find
got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
But what
The
about
Reapers are the real
Reapers?
threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
Okay.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Well, it doesn't matter what I say.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
Like I give a
I'll
shit.
take care of Saren. You take care of the political fallout.
Not exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre.
Don't make me punch
I have a
you in
meeting
the
to get to.
dick.
Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Okay, bye. Huh.
Yes, Commander?
Stop.
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing. But you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Well, you do
Tell me
have
what
the nice
happened with you and
part.
Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
He was smart. You needed a diversion.
This went way beyond a simple diversion, Commander. The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished. And I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Won't tell why I showed up.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
And then we had Novaria.
What can you tell me about Novaria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research. Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Novaria respects. But they aren't popular.
Oh,
I should go.
time to get
I'll
to
be
work.
here if you need anything.
What's our achievement? Remember, achievements unlock things for like your next playthrough. Yay.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Oh god, I remember. This thing's a... Welcome to a
Decontamination
loading screen
in
to get
progress.
onto Normandy. That's all this is. It's a loading screen.
Decontamination in progress.
Please just open the thing. Oh,
Heard what
God.
happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
Listen up, Normandy. This is your commander speaking. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. And I refuse to let anything get in the way of that mission. For too long, our species has stood apart from the others. Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of. Wherever Saren goes, we'll follow. Wherever he searches for the conduit, we'll be there. We will hunt him to the very ends of the galaxy and bring him down. This is the most important mission any of us have ever been on. The fate of an entire galaxy is at stake. We will stop Saren, no matter what the cost.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, sir.
There's the game. That doesn't make sense. That should be both Renegade and Paragon points. But apparently the only choice that really matters is the last one. God, that's stupid. The problem I dislike with the whole Paragon Renegade system is sometimes you get points, sometimes you don't. Sometimes it just makes you look like a douchebag, and then you get no points whatsoever. We go I was gonna say we could stand to the airlock, but no, we're not even in space yet. Alright, time to go talk to everyone. Press A. Press A. E. 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 Don't press A. You won't talk to me. Understand? I will be back. Just you wait. That's it. Seriously have to press the door control. Okay. This isn't a bit too hard to navigate. Get in. We have to talk. We have to talk. I must find out more about you.
Anything you need, Commander?
Looking into you.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander.
But
we'll have time for personal debriefings later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Just trying to get a sense of where
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander.
Okay,
we'll talk another time.
Sad. My room. That's all that I had in hell. Sad. Okay, anything else? Like, no, nothing in my locker this time. Sleeper pods. Dr. Chakwa.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of... I wanted... But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding.
Ever think you made the
Sometimes,
wrong...
but there's something special about working on soldiers.
How well do you know
I'd never... Tends to keep to himself, though.
What does that have to do?
Well, most biotics now...
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Sadly, there's nothing new with her, and I don't think there will be anything new with her for the entire game. Yeah, we will come back and talk to her occasionally. Just to make sure we do. Even though there's nothing new to talk about. And it's gotta be one of my major problems with Mass Effect. How, through the whole series is... just don't know when to talk to NPCs. And then most of them don't have anything dialogue-wise. Like, I sort of have that problem with... I have that problem with most RPGs. Like, I noticed that in The Witcher 3. The problem about The Witcher 3 is... eventually you reach a point where they just removed most of the important NPCs, because they knew you were going to try to talk to them, and there was no reason for you to talk to them, so just get rid of them instead.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSAC.
Talk about.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no. but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At C-Sec, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But C-Sec wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. C-Sec's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
It's not the end of the world. You'll have tougher decisions soon enough.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
Huzzah.
And without C-Sec headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
But yeah, we can't just select everyone to look at all their stuff. Oh, we'll just sit and get that at some point. Points to... I don't know. I might work on that next time. Anything else to talk about, guys?
Commander, good to see you.
Sad. Rat.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
Talk.
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
They tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation?
We're being stupid, aren't we?
An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago.
Yeah, Shepard, don't be...
The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out.
Still questioning
and most
things.
of us never go back.
If you reflect on what the Krogan are about, yeah, it makes you question, why did we make that decision, Mass Effect 3? Anyway.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
Well, about that.
You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
We came as soon as we got the distress call, even with the fastest ship in the fleet.
You did the best you could, Commander. It's my fault. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
Well, then be
The answer
more.
seems plain enough to me. Be more alert.
Aye, aye, Commander. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Dismissed,
You
Chief.
do that, Giraffe.
Sir.
Well, we can equip people from here. Well, we can't change their skills. Also, we don't have anything that we can really, you know, equip them
Looking
with,
for
really.
supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
Oh, we have
You
new
bet,
licenses,
Commander.
so what do you have for me? Well, you have something I can't afford. But it would be, you know, not terrible. Would be nice to have. That's pretty meh. Well, it's better than what he has, but still it's pretty meh. Ghost can't afford. Oh, sniper rifle. Not better than what I had. I mean, it's more accurate, I give it that. How about this shotgun? I wouldn't mind. Meh. But did I have enough money? I think I could sell. I mean, I could sell that. Boop. Skim through that one. I mean, I could buy a few of those, actually. They wouldn't be terrible. Technically, I mean, that costs a lot, and it's more accurate. Less accurate, but a lot more damage. I wish I could buy more, though. Oof. I mean, that wouldn't be bad for what's-his-face, but the only problem is I probably can't give it to what's-his-face. Garrus. So I wish there was more shotguns, but oh well. So now I have a better shotgun. Yay. Who'd get the Hurricane too? Well, let's just go make a check. Okay, that's what you got. You got a Hurricane too. Okay, that's actually better than mine. She has a Storm 1, okay. Equip that with a Hurricane. And no mods. Bad. Speaking of that, let's go talk to Tari. It's a bit unfortunate, no one really wants to talk. Now that we're finally on the ship where we can talk to people.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
No.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for talent, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
No, I came down here to talk to you.
Fill me in
about
on the
things.
IES stealth
Never talked to you
systems.
again,
How does it
sadly.
work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up to FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed, and she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
We learned things, and now we probably never have to talk to Engineer Adams again, sadly. Just like chocolate.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small.
One of a kind.
I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
So you're...
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Well, let's learn
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal.
Right.
The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose?
And then you guys
As you can
murdered them
imagine,
all.
this caused a near panic among my people.
Yes, because your people were like, oh no.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation.
So...
We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
So... basically, the Quarians... Now, this could be because I've been watching Mass Effect 3 from Dev Heaven's perspective again. Recently. But still... So basically, the Quarians decided, oh no, they're thinking too much. They're gonna realize that we're using them for slave labor. So instead, let's murder them all. It's like, wait, what? And the guy was like, no. We want to live. And the Quarians were like, no, you can't.
You're the ones who started the war. The Geth were just fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil.
That's because they
now
let
we
you
drift
go.
through space, exiled,
They didn't want to
searching for a way to
exterminate
reclaim
all
what
of
was once ours.
You got what you deserved.
Exactly.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
You know what's amusing as shit is they make a really compelling argument here that if you haven't played Mass Effect 2 or 3, it really makes it sound like, oh well, the Quarians were just acting first. They didn't do anything wrong. I mean, given how the Geth are in this game, well, I mean, the Geth are the bad guys. They don't take time to talk about it. They just come out and murder us. Straightforward. And I suppose all other organic life. So yeah, it does make the Geth look bad. But given played the other Mass Effects, yeah. Just... I think they're really trying to make the Geth look bad, but at the same time, the Quarians are the ones who started all this shit. I mean, the logic that, oh, they're gonna rebel. But what if they don't? There's no... It's like... mixed feels on it, because there's like the whole concept that, hey, they could rebel, but are they all going to rebel? And then there's the Quarians that are like, well, some could have not support, but no, the Quarians basically went against the Quarians that support the Geth, crushed them, crushed the Geth. The Geth were like, no, and fought back to defend themselves. Because the Quarians freaked out and thought, oh yeah, we gotta get rid of them, but otherwise they'll get rid of us. But there's nothing really here that suggests that the Geth would have done that in the first place. Like, literally, there's no topic that says that. It's just the Quarians thought that was going to happen. Why? Oh, they were totally going to revolt against us. Well, we don't have any perspective of the Geth to really base that upon at the moment, so...
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Okay, so there's just one thing that really bothers me about the whole Geth Quarian thing. And then I forgot what it was. Damn it. distracted me. It's the whole... Oh yeah, it's the whole problem with... From a game design perspective, a lot of games do this. With the first game, they make an enemy, right? Like the gaff. And then in the sequels, they try to justify the enemy. Because that's sort of what game designers think they have to do. We have to look at the perspective of the enemy and find out that, hey, they're not the ones fully at fault. Like, where's a good example of that? Oh yes, Guild Wars 1. The Charr. When the Charr were first introduced, they were just bloodthirsty, cat-like beasts that went and decided, hey, you know what? Let's go murder Ascalon. Let's go murder Kryta. Let's go murder Orr. There wasn't any official lore that, hey, Ascalon technically belonged to the Charr, and the humans invaded and took it over. Nope, that wasn't in the lore banks. Just the whole fact that the Charr were bloodthirsty, mindless beasts, came and murdered everyone, set everything on fire. That was the official lore in Guild Wars 1, basically. Then Nightfall established the whole, to a minor crest, established the fact that, oh, technically it was the Titans. And the Titans don't really care about the Charr, so there was that. Then Eye of the North was like, oh, by the way, Charr have known gods now. Charr rebellions against Alpha Charr, because the Charr Shaman cast, and I don't know why I'm going so much into Guild Wars 1 during this, but the Charr Shaman cast basically was the ones that communicated with the Titans. The Titans told them to go murder everything. So the Shamans were still in power and didn't want to lose that power. We're like, hey, worship these destroyers. They're on fire. It's cool. Go up that fire. But the Charr didn't really fully agree, and then there was a whole bunch of bullshit that's somewhere in the lore and books and stuff. All eventually leads to Guild Wars 2, which is like, by the way, a few years after the Charr and humans have some sort of neutral peace, enough that they're not murdering each other on the spot. But yeah, there's still the fact that the Charr, technically, before Guild Wars 2 established that lore, technically were bloodthirsty, mindless beasts. But then Eye of the North changed that, so they had conscience and they spoke and all that. Trying to make you rationalize with the enemy. Then Guild Wars 2 was like, hey, the Charr aren't that bad. Humans took over the lands. The Charr just fought back and murdered them all and were tricked by a bunch of fiery demon things. So they're not that bad. But at the same time, the Charr did murder a lot of people. Like, they murdered and ate thousands of humans. So they're technically so they're technically villains. But no, let's justify them as good. Because they're helping out. It's that type of logic. It's like... It's like saying, oh, the Nazis aren't that bad. I mean, they did all this good stuff here and here and here. Yeah, but they murdered how many people? Exactly. That's basically the justification. It's like the comparison that, hey, we're going to justify a villainous race. Even though we made them look like the bad guys in the first game, we're going to make them look like the good guys in the next game. We're going to give them a reason to be good guys. Like, it's just... it's stupid. But a lot of games do that. I mean, Mass Effect does that with the Geth. Dragon Age did that with... sort of with the Darkspawn in a way. Technically with some logics between in Dragon Age Awakening. Trying to think of more examples, but anyway.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
My head.
See you later.
And we don't even get a renegade point for terror. It's all your fault. Just... I don't know, maybe I have a favor for villain races, but I do like the Geth more than the Quarians, actually. But we'll get more into that later on in Mass Effect 3. Because in Mass Effect 1, we're just gonna be shooting Geth. We don't even stop to really question it. We just murdered them.
Commander, how are you?
I'm going insane, Garrus. I'm going insane. This whole affair is just gonna be me going insane on the ship, and we ain't gonna go anywhere. Tell me nothing much to do on this deck. Because Caden doesn't want to talk to us, and we don't have the armor to talk to yet. And Chakra says nothing new to talk about, and won't have anything new to talk about for the rest of the game. Oh, we can go talk to Joker. Oh, maybe Presley wants to talk now, finally.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
So you don't
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
This is bigger than humanity. Saren's a threat to every species in the galaxy, and I'll welcome anyone who wants to help me bring him down.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
You mean that old boomer racism?
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Joker, I need to talk to you. You're the last one on the list.
Commander, something you need?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I can't have you on this ship if you're going to infect my crew.
Infect the crew? Oh man, you have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
But couldn't we just replace your cybernet legs?
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Alright, see ya. But yeah, couldn't we just give him cybernet leg enhancements? No? Am I thinking too logically? Apparently I'm thinking too logically. Or cybernet... Oh. And we leveled up just from exploring the ship. We're level 11. Get that intimidate. Hey, does this mean we could finally do something before we end the video? Yay. Oh, whoa, okay, that's a bit disorienting. I was like, here I am trying to collect things to move the ship, but I can't move the ship. I can only point to where to go to. Oh god, the mouse speed on this is... Okay, so this here should be the terminus systems. Well, mostly here, oh yeah. this here's the 4M. We're here set our space and the starry stuff, and alpha races, and all that stuff around here. God, this mouse speed is too fast for this sensitivity. Okay, so let's see. This should be the local cluster right about here. Estes cluster right here. Asteroid X57 is DLC stuff. Pinnacle Station is DLC stuff. Not ready for that yet. Then we have all this other stuff to check out. Or main quest are labeled. Well, let's get to work. Let's see, I think there's just Century. Time to travel to another system. Which means... No, right, we have to watch this scene first. Before we do our railgun space Mass Effect thing.
Message coming in, Commander. Big surprise, the Alliance needs you again.
Of course they do.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett with Alliance Command. We've got a mission for you. Major Kyle, your commanding officer at Torfin, has set up a small compound in the Hawking Etta cluster. He's attracted a number of biotic followers. He's become an outspoken critic of the Alliance, and we believe he's mentally unstable. This could be trouble, Shepard.
I'll look into it.
3 days ago, we sent 2 Alliance representatives to meet with him at his compound. They've disappeared. We believe Kyle and his followers killed them. That compound is a cult, Shepard. They call him Father Kyle now. He set himself up as some kind of religious leader.
What were those Alliance representatives going to talk to Major Kyle about?
They wanted to bring him back to an Alliance facility for treatment. Major Kyle served us faithfully for many years. We weren't going to abandon him. Given his state of mind, however, he probably saw them as a threat. We're almost certain he had his followers killed them.
Not kidnap them, just murder them outright.
You said his followers were biotics?
Yes. Major Kyle never showed any biotic tendencies himself, though. I think he's just latched onto a group he identifies with. Many biotics feel marginalized or ostracized by society. Kyle probably sees them as victims who need his protection, and they see him as someone who will fight for them. Unfortunately, he's convinced them that the Alliance is somehow responsible for all their problems. We can't let him go on like this.
That's a bit weird though, that unfortunately space, comma. Just gonna point that out there, Bioware. That's a bit off.
What else can you tell me about Major Kyle?
He's not the same man you served under. He feels responsible for the Alliance soldiers who died at Torfin.
Yeah, that was my call.
His psych evaluations showed he couldn't handle the stress of command anymore. He was given an honorable discharge and early retirement. We'd hoped he would get better in time, but we underestimated how far gone he was. Now it looks like it's too late.
So, do you want me to
How permanent of a solution are you looking for?
We don't want this to turn into a massacre, Commander. Kyle is dangerous. I trust you to use your judgment.
Don't want this to turn into a massacre, but he's dangerous. Oh god, the mouse speed. Okay, so... we found a medallion. We're scanning the planet. Thorough photo. You discovered a tiny moon with some odd readings. First scans by Chief Engineer Adams. We found a destroyed escape pod. You have found a League of One medallion, cause that's a thing. It's an annoying quest. Holy shit, is it annoying. Also, we're scanning by you detected an infinite positive cobalt. I forget what the materials are even used for in this compared to, say, Mass Effect 2. I just know that minerals are a thing we can find. Also, heavy matter surveyed. We're serving this. We found large deposit of barium. I think it gives XP and money or something for finding it, and there's a quest for finding a certain amount of them and all that. Also, it helps you slowly go over asteroid fields, because you never know, there could be multiple things. I think there's just one field, though. Alright, what have we got? Nothing, apparently. I guess this is probably the planet we need to land on. Usually when there's actually a picture of the world, it means you are gonna land on it. We also can't scan, that's not a thing. Can't just go scanning around. It's alright, let's go to Pressure Hop. Pressure with the moon of Clean Dragon. It's a pressure bound world. Blah blah blah. Landscapes a nightmare, jagged over lava ridges, fun times. It's also very cold. I don't think it has cold, thing, though. Like a hostile cold, environmental danger, hazard. There we go, hazard, environmental hazard. There's the thing, I sort of want to work on Garrus, because I want to get him up to, you know, encryption and heavy armor, well, medium armor, I mean. But Tally has our decryption and that, which means she's technically going to be required for most everything we do, cause, yeah, she can unlock shit, which means, yeah. Now I want to actually examine them properly. But now I have to wait until we're actually down on the plant surface, I guess. Before I can see people's skills. Okay. Oh, Garrus, it's been a while since I leveled you up, buddy. Buddy, it's gonna be a while before I can get you that, though. I could get you a medium armor, though. There you go. I got your medium armor. How many points do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I could get you up to that, though. Okay. Get to assassination. Need to start getting you towards, let's say, 2. Okay. So now since it's 2 hours, then I'd have to still get more. Sure gave you point damage insurance that I have. Oh well. At least you got average hacking. Terry's still good because she has that. Could give her hard. I could give her hard. But Carnage. Yeah, what's that do for you? Oh yeah, accuracy, because that's a thing for AI, I suppose. I still want to put points to soldier, but shrug, too much over stuff. Okay, so now for what I really dislike about Mass Effect 1. Welcome to the Mako. The Mako is probably one of the worst things about Mass Effect 1. There are different few things, like there's a bio compound, there's an anomaly debris. You're given a few things, right? Problem though is it takes entirely too long to explore. I wonder why am I going off where there's nothing on Also, quick save. Also, a reminder, this thing, these worlds can be dangerous as shit. The station mods are a thing. But anyway, so here's what we want to do. We want to explore the world. Not too far, we only go off the red. Just want to explore and make sure there's nothing over. God, this open area is just waiting for the threat to pop up. Yeah, that was a reason why we're exploring the outside, because they don't tell you where the minerals are. You have to sort of find them. And then at least the Mako can sometimes navigate up a mountain. Sometimes. It's a bit of a pain in the ass though. But hey, we found a thing. Oh wait, we're not even anywhere near that. But we should probably go see what this thing is. Who knows? Maybe it's a medallion or something stupid. This cluster of prefab utility shafts have a distinctly ramshack look to them. Several threats lead away with a mountain region southwest. Southwest. Wait. So basically it leads down that way. How do I exit? How do I exit? Okay, I thought I had a control for this. Okay, vehicle. That does not tell me how to exit the damn thing. Can I not exit? No, I should be able to. I'll try to explore things. Okay, that's inventory. But no, seriously, how do I exit the damn thing? Like, I feel like it should be that, but it isn't. That's the Normandy thing. That's the map. Am I crazy? Might be crazy. It's like, how do I exit that? That was the thing, right? Let me be right. Okay, it's it. How did I not try Q? Seriously, how did I not try Q? I don't understand that. It requires Q anyway. Draw horse or how? It doesn't even say it on here. Ugh, I tried it, oh well. God, that's stupid though.
I'm right here.
Hi, Towie. Nice to see you. Mind if I open that? Great, thanks. Much better. Okay, so what do we have? He has a shield battery, more shields. More shields, also smash damage. Cause you know, she wanted to melee things. And guess what, girls? You get shields. Guess what, Terry? You get shields. Starting to lose my sanity. Oh, a lot crate. Easy to do. One, there we go. Medium armor for Krogan. Well, that's not useful because we need heavy armor. But I don't know. Maybe I'll take and sell it. Now then, remember, we need to keep going this way. We don't need to keep going this way. It's just that there could be, you know, more things to look at. Guys. Yeah, that. Valuable minerals, that's a thing. Signs of battle, that's a thing. Also find the treasure, get that. But there we go. Okay, so look how big and open that is. I don't like it at all. Oh god. No, we don't. So how long before a third one pops up? Just waiting for it. Well, look how big and open this is. Just waiting for it.
You need to turn back, Commander. You're going beyond the range of the operational area.
Whoops. Yeah, honestly the problem is it's hard to tell where the hell minerals and shit are. They're not really worth getting them on around. But yeah. This honestly takes probably the most time out of Mass Effect. It's just exploring the world. I think Mass Effect 3 is probably the best one of that because it's a lot more simple. I mean, you scan, you find something, you survey it, and you take it back. It's not like in Mass Effect 2 where you basically scan everywhere. And then just take and then drain and planet dry of minerals. But anyway, our crash probe. Remember, you can bypass. Boop. Yay, you found ammos. Let's see. What does hammerhead rounds actually do? It's designed to plan, increasing the amount of physical force. Don't really know what that does, though. I know armor piercing rounds is useful, so I'm going to get that to Tally for her shotgun, so she can shoot robots better. Yay. Wait, I'm picking up something like that. Might just be the anomaly. No, spent, what, over an hour on the ship doing nothing? Oof. I guess we'll probably... That was a good 30 minutes just exploring this world. Gotta get all the loot. What the hell is that? We found a thingy. Oh, you gotta recover the artifact. You recover the artifact, you gotta play this stupid minigame. Digging under the beacon, we found a piece of scrap metal. Blade from a very old trader. It's marked on one side with the insignia. Yay. So guess what? Now we need to find Turian insignias.
Heads up!
What?
Target's down.
We're not in combat. I found this rover is crumpled in from impact. A glance inside you tells you the occupants for a team of illegal wildcat miners are dead. Debris is still sliding down the first left by tires, sliding in the neo vacuum atmosphere. Oh, there you go. I just can't believe I'm still in the starring armor. Probably gonna fight me in this. Yeah. Time for the makeup go all over the place while we try and explore. After all, we know the Bioware compound is. We can easily go there. Just I'm curious about others. I think most worlds I'm probably going to skip a lot of exploration, just cause, let's face it, it's a lot of this. Watching the Mako go flaring off into the distance. And a lot of me being tense. Because Third ones make me tense. Open space is like as you can see, there's nothing. But we have to literally go towards the corner, because you never know, there could be, you know, that one tiny little thing at the very edge of heaven 4. Doesn't look like there's anything. Okay, look, we finally found something. I was just seriously right next to the Bioware compound. I guess we could stop at the Bioware. I'll probably finish exploring the rest of the plant off camera. Yep, gotta survey the mineral. Trains, boop. Yay! That does not look like gold, but okay. So the question is, which door do I go to? That door or that door? Apparently we go to that door.
This is a private sanctuary. Outsiders are not welcome here.
I need to talk to the man in charge. It's important.
Father Kyle wants nothing more to do with the Alliance.
He shouldn't have killed those investigators. This problem isn't gonna go away.
We won't let you take Father Kyle away. He protects us. We need him.
Yeah, here's the thing.
He's leading you to your deaths. If you fight the Alliance, you'll all get slaughtered. I'm your last chance. Let me talk to him, or people start dying.
Wait. Father Kyle will speak with you. Head to the building at the far end of the compound. He'll meet you there.
You know, they could have just said no. And then just left us outside.
Heading to position.
Boop.
Those other men from the Alliance tried to kill Father Kyle.
Oh, is that the scares we're calling
Biotics
for?
can feel safe here.
Biotics can feel safe here. Isn't that great?
Ready whenever you are.
I'm sure this would be more interesting if we were a biotic ourselves. But no, we are not. Also, look at... Also, it's set up for us to fight. Obviously. As I look for, you know, potential lootables. Like the storage locker. Hi, storage locker. Your potential lootable. Oh shit. Damn it. Oh, seriously, I have to override it because I failed. Was it worth it? Meh. I mean, that's the best with the bear shotgun for her. I guess you get a better shotgun. But he doesn't need a shotgun. He still gets one. A Striker 2 pistol. I mean, it's terrible in every way. Well, at least she has one. You guys are gonna need tools. Oof. Oh yeah, this Krogan armor's... Ugh. Yeah, that's a thing. Power junctions.
Everyone looks at us like we're freaks, just because we have biotics.
Why didn't you go to training for biotics, or were you just... Well, there's medical, just in case we need it. Okay, so I guess we go continue this way. Get used to this layout, by the way. There's gonna be a lot of these buildings. Because Bioware loves that shit. They cut cost on level design. Like, so much. Because basically, they do this thing where they reuse the same instance a lot. Like this. You know, a good example of something that's different? I think Mass Effect 3 actually had... It didn't have many real actual missions. Like, yeah, if you're side quests and the main stuff. But it didn't really have, like, you know, a lot of the reused map things that they do here.
The Alliance wants to wipe us out. Father Kyle told us.
That's great. That's just precious. So, chemical rounds. Hammerhead rounds. I still don't really know what hammerhead rounds really do. Hey, what do I want for my shotgun? You know, I could put hammerhead rounds on it. Why not? And we have nothing. So my weapons all have hammerhead rounds. I don't know what hammerhead rounds actually do. Armor plate and high explosive. Although I want with a grenade launcher, so. So what does armor plating do? More damage protection. Meh. Oh, so I'm gonna take a second to look this up because it annoys me. Mass Effect 1. Hammerhead rounds. What the hell do hammerhead rounds do? So what do hammerhead rounds do? As we wait for it to load. Yay. So what? Okay. Huh. So basically hammerhead rounds do exactly what I thought they did. The weapon force, so basically they call it, so basically they're stun rounds. That's pretty much what they are. They're just stun rounds.
I know you, the Butcher of Torfen. Why have you come here, Shepard? Why can't you leave us alone?
What happened to those other Alliance officers?
Well, we know
the ones who came before me.
They wanted to take me away from here. They wanted me to abandon this place, turn my back on my family. They spoke blasphemy. I did what I could to make their end quick and painless. I had no other choice. It was necessary to protect my children. Only I can keep them safe.
Oh,
the Alliance sent me to bring you in, Major. Can't you see this has gotten out of hand? Don't you understand you're endangering your followers?
I respect that you have come under a banner of peace, but I cannot do as you ask. If you take away their father, my children will be helpless.
Okay, so here's the thing. Surrender or I murder.
If you don't come with me, all your followers will end up dead. What kind of father lets his children die?
No, this was my fault. My children are innocent, pure. Please, I never meant for this to happen. I'm sorry.
Come with me, Major. It's over.
Wait, if my children see you taking me away, they won't understand. They will attack and you will be forced to kill them all. You have shown me the error of my ways, Commander. Now you must give me time to explain it to them. It is the only way they will understand. Please, give me 1 hour. After that, I will meet the Alliance authorities at the gates of my compound and surrender without violence. I give you my word.
I'm not letting you out of my sight, Major.
Everyone's gonna
I must do everything I can to keep any more of my children from suffering. This is the only solution.
We do this my way, Major. Now move out.
I speak, but you do not hear. You are like the others. A blasphemer who must die.
By the way, of course I has a shotgun, but...
You must die!
I'm on it! Where's my shotgun? There's my shotgun. Garrus. Sniper rifle. That is not...
You must take
Lost
cover.
shields! I will destroy you!
Go!
Like, why is everyone dead? Alright, Bionics. When was last save? I forget. Oh. Oh, gotta survey the mineral again. It's gold. Get back into the Mako. Run around. Head to the compound. Yeah, I like that. It's like, by the way, everyone's just dead. Maybe I should have brought rats. Yeah.
This is a private sanctuary. Outsider.
I need
Father
to talk to
Kyle
the
wants nothing more.
You
We
shouldn't have
won't
killed
let you
those
take Father.
He's
Wait, Father Kyle will speak with you. Head to the building at the far end of the compound. He'll meet you there.
That means I have to decrypt the freaking thing.
Cover me.
Trying my best to let my not get. The stupid frickin'. I'm gonna be annoyed because Mass Effect 1's combat, oof. What? No. There we go. And of course the weapons have all changed. Imagine that. Oh, Vander's not Talbot. Oh yeah, this is before we even got that. I don't think we're gonna get this time, probably. It's completely different. No, I want. Fire should bypass minus 30 damage. And so it goes through shields, that's basically it. I thought there was a note that I picked up, I don't see it. Anyway. Quick save.
I know you. The Butcher.
What happened to those?
I did what I could to make their
The
end.
Alliance
I
sent me to
respect
bring-
that you have come under.
If you don't come
no,
with me,
this.
I don't want to.
Wait. You have shown. Please, give me.
I'm not letting you up.
I must do every. I speak, but.
Just suddenly those guys, though, by the way.
You
I
must
will
die!
For you.
Get our sniper rifle.
Clear.
And then I want my shotgun. Heal up. Is there anything else in here? Oh yeah, there's that technician's kit. Hey, that's not bad. Oh, and I'll take that. I mean, it's technically better than what I had, so... It looks terrible, though. That's good. And I guess what you had. Venture. I was gonna keep that in salad or something. Striker 2. Oh, yeah, that's my better thing. High explosive. Check. High caliber barrel. Minus rate of fire. P absorption. Plus 12 damage. So, I mean, more damage, why not? It's not like my shotgun. Okay, now then.
I've lost shield! I will destroy you!
I think I eviscerated her.
I will destroy you!
I will destroy you. Why am I trying to long range with a shotgun? I don't know. God, I miss my gift plasma shotgun at times. Boop. See, that's just the whole thing about shotgun. Oh. Good job. Is that everyone in here? Good.
Go, go, go! You must die!
By the way, I think you're dead. I do like carnage. I think they're all pretty much dead now. Oh, that was fun. Wasn't that fun? So, we could just return to the Normandy. Remember, we could just return to the Normandy. But we can't just let all these biotic cultists live. That would be nice. I pressed forward, you sack of shit. Ah, Krogan armor. Been an Omni tool. So how good of an Omni tool is it? Garrus, how good is it? Tech cooldown. Just, I mean, sure, why not?
Engaging target.
Save. Quick save failed. Good. Oh, this is awesome. I missed.
Go, go, go! You must die! Go, you must die!
Are they doing stupid things? They are
will
doing...
destroy you!
Up the biology.
I will destroy you!
Careful guys, they're bioticing.
I will destroy you!
Which means they're gonna run in like stupid idiots. I think they have shotguns, which is why they're doing that stupid thing. Because the AI doesn't really know cover that well when using a shotgun. Then again, I can't really blame them. Look at them scurrying around in now.
I will destroy you!
I will destroy you. taking damage over time. Not a fan of
Go,
that.
go, go!
Where the hell do you think you're going?
You must die!
Dick? Thanks, Garrus.
All targets down.
I see that. Fusion explosive. The fuck is a fusion? Oh. Heavy armor, you say? Ooh, I likey. That's not bad. So what is fusion explosive? Toxic damage. Save. See, it was worthwhile murdering all these innocent people. Well, maybe not innocent people. Just to get better armor. Shrug. Besides, they could have loot. Not what I was after. Thanks for the meta gel. Is that it? That may be it. Huh. Oh well. I mean, yay. So hoping for more loot, but... Also, another sad thing about Mass Effect 1 is pretty much everything's the same. Like, same armor, same weapons. We just changed the color variations. But well, I mean, this video took entirely too long. But oh well, hey, we did it. We did a mission. Yay. So anyway, next time we'll probably be back on the ship because I'm gonna go explore the rest of the frickin' planet. See if there's anything to loot, all that. Hope y'all enjoyed. Thank y'all. Have a nice day.